In this presentation, I'm going to be giving my take on Black Lives Matter and the state of race relations in our country right now. I'm going to start by identifying the problem, then I'll move on to how the problem came to be, why it's such a big deal right now, and I'll propose a solution. Simply put, America has a deep problem with racism. The country was built upon racism and through slavery. Thankfully, we've come such a long way since those times. However, the systems put in place pre and even post the abolition of slavery have put black people in this country at a serious disadvantage. The United States was neither the first country to engage in African slave trade, nor was it the most active, but of the countries who participated in transatlantic slave trade, the U.S. has struggled the most with the race reckoning. No other country has fought a civil war over slavery. The side seeking to abolish slavery won, yet for the next 100 years, blacks in America faced discrimination through Jim Crow laws, lived in extreme poverty, and worked for former slave owners as sharecroppers. The 1960s saw the civil rights movement, which ended institutional racial discrimination, disenfranchisement, and racial segregation in the United States. Yet, here we are. Police brutality is not new. The difference is, instead of the last page of a local newspaper, the incidents are being published online for the world to see. This does not mean the effects of police brutality were not felt 20 years ago, but rather they are more visible today. This year in particular, the killing of George Floyd was so egregious, so horrific, and the video was so drawn out that it really struck people in a powerful way. It alarmed many and horrified more. Now for my solution. I don't want to be president, but my solution is dependent on who our next president is. I'm of the belief that racism is a top-down problem and should not be tossed up to whether you or I or anyone, as an individual, is considered racist. If Donald Trump wins, the opportunity for this situation to improve becomes zero. It would likely get much worse. He has put the black community through horrible suffering, through his inaction, and his failure to condemn acts of white supremacy, and even worse, his praise for it, only adds to this problem. Never has our country been more divided, and right now, we need a leader who can sympathize with those who are feeling the most pain. We need a leader who can bring people together, and I, along with many others, would be happy with damn near anyone but him.